welcome to the daily English news program Azərbaycan Televiziya with the most important events of the day. I'm your host, Elif. Today, Azerbaijan, led by President İlham, demonstrates a respectable and principled diplomacy of justice on all international platforms. This position was once again demonstrated at last week's Munich Security Conference, which is one of the important platforms for discussion and decision-making on global and most pressing security issues in the world.
The plenary session of the Munich conference with a symbolic title, Moving Mountains, Building Security in the South Caucasus, with a platform where the leaders of all three countries of the South Caucasus participated for the first time. From this point of view, the issues of ensuring peace and stability in this part of the Eurasian continent is more important and relevant than ever in terms of ensuring Europe's energy security. The most promising way, which is also in the interest of the European countries, is the Zengezur corridor, the opening of which requires the immediate intervention of all parties involved. This is particularly important given the developments in the region over the past year.
So we can see some disadvantages with respect to trade cooperation with some traditional partners. At the same time, some advantages, especially with respect to connectivity projects. Azerbaijan for many years invested in creation of modern transportation and logistical infrastructure. And now the diversion of cargo transportation from Central Asia across Azerbaijan to Europe creates additional opportunities.
Even though that after the victory of Azerbaijan in the 44-day war, the issue of a peace treaty, the signing of which has been delayed for more than 2 years, is still on the agenda. This hinders the speedy implementation of all communication projects.
Therefore, we, of course, want peace to be established in Eurasia. And I think that Azerbaijan and Armenia need to demonstrate that the transition from long-lasting standoff, mutual hatred and hostility must end. We are now working on peace agreement between Armenia and Azerbaijan. Hopefully we will conclude it sooner than later. And I think that could be a good example how countries which had serious historical disagreements can get together and turn the page of hostility.
Azerbaijan, always acting from the position of justice and the rule of law and all global issues, is committed to the idea of normalizing relations with Armenia, ending hostility as soon as possible, and establishing lasting peace in the region based on a logical approach. International partners also do not perceive the manipulations and frivolous approach of Yerevan to the peace agenda.
We want our borders to be delimited based on the historical maps. This also has a historical logic. We want Armenia to give up its territorial claims against us and normalization to happen. What does Armenia want? We cannot understand this. Sometimes they say that they will not comment on the events taking place on the Laçın-Xankəndi road and that this matter is not related to them. Sometimes they say that they want to deal with the Nagorno-Karabakh problem. Therefore, they should define it for themselves, articulate it correctly, and convey their position to foreign partners if there is such a position.
So maybe this time the official circles of Armenia will use another chance, and the proposals voiced at the Munich conference and finally demonstrate a firm position, which will be a turning point for a peace agreement, opening communications which will gradually lead to sustainable peace and prosperity of the entire South Caucasus region.
The mining operations are underway in the liberated territories. According to the report of Azerbaijan's Mine Action Agency, from February 13th to 18th, 34 anti-tank mines and 503 unexploded ordnances were found in Tartar, Ağdam, Füzuli, Shusha, Gulbadlı, Laçın, Jabrail and Zangilan. Another 681 hectares of land were cleared of mines and exploded ordnance. 71 days have passed since the start of the rally against illegal exploitation of mineral deposits in Karabakh Economic Region on December 12th of last year. On February 20th, the activists started the day with the national anthem. Despite severe weather conditions, rally participants continue their peaceful protest, chanting new slogans, displaying posters written in various languages. The demand of the activists remains unchanged. They demand to stop illegal exploitation of mineral deposits in Karabakh Economic Region. The rally takes place at the Khankandi-Lachin road. However, the road itself is open for humanitarian purposes. On February 20th, an uninterrupted movement of various types of vehicles was ensured. The rally continues during the night as well. According to the eco-activists, they will continue the rally until the illegal use of mineral deposits is stopped. Admission to the basic course of naval commandos of the naval forces began on February 20th. Those liable for military service under the age of 28 who wish to voluntarily enter the courses can apply with the relevant documents to the selection committee operating at the headquarters of the Navy. Reception of documents will continue until March 25th. Citizens who successfully complete the course will be signed in a contract for a period of 3 years, and they will be appointed to the appropriate positions in accordance with their qualifications. The session of the plenum of the Supreme Court dedicated to the results of 2022 was held. Chair of the Supreme Court, Rami Zerzaev, spoke about the events held on the occasion of the institution's 100th anniversary this year and emphasized that the development of the judiciary is closely associated with the name of the national leader. It was reported that in 2022, the institution received 14,122 applications from state bodies and citizens. In total, 27 cases were reviewed and appropriate decisions were made. Then speakers voiced their opinion about the report. The action plan for 2023 was approved. Under the instructions of President Ilham Aliyev, Azerbaijan's support to eliminate the consequences of the earthquake in Turkey is being continued. The mobile field hospitals of the Ministry of Emergency Situations were sent to the brotherly country. 1,090 people, including 199 children who suffered from the earthquake in Kahramanmaraş, received medical aid at those hospitals over the past few days. Mobile field hospitals equipped with all kinds of examination and treatment equipment continue to operate 24/7. You can get in touch with us by contacting AzTV Haber's hotline number 051 511 1956, through which you can report events you encountered as well as share your suggestions and remarks. You can also contact us via our WhatsApp and Telegram accounts. That was all for the day. Thank you for being with us and see you next time.